I'm Mick from Canberra. I have bipolar. I was diagnosed officially about 10 or 12 years ago. It's basically largely treatment-resistant, medication-resistant bipolar. I've always known there was something different about me for many, many years, even when I was 13, 14 years old. I was able to talk to people around me, talk to my wife and people like that, and one of the biggest indicators for them is me talking loudly and especially not letting you get a word in, talking over everyone in the room. And of course, people don't like that. Worst part about mania is you're here. Normal depression for normal people is here, but yours is here, so you crash, not just to here, that's when you crash, and that's where your bipolar depression comes in, and it's worse than anything in the world. And you do crash after mania. It doesn't stay there forever. Usually it's the massive depressive illnesses that are the worst. And I've got to say this, but suicide awareness for me is one of my biggest passions as well. We don't talk about suicide unless we've had someone close to us take their lives. And what are we doing about it? There's not just the lived experience side, there's also the carer side. And, you know, my wife's is my carer, and it's just, I wouldn't be here today without her. She's just a huge part of my life.
Being Mick's carer, I guess at first I didn't realise that, I was taking on that caring role. But I guess by default, you're with that person, you are taking on a carer's role. Sometimes I do forget to care about myself, but as ill as Mick can get, I've noticed that he is really intuitive and he can really pick up on that. He will always try and sort of direct my focus, if you like, inwards to me, which I just think that's an amazing ability for someone who's all up in their head dealing with their own, demons.
I remember telling her that I was ill, and I'd had a couple of bad experiences before, and I told people, and it's like those movie shoots where the camera moves away and I'm still sitting there. You could just see that was it. It was all over right there and then. So rather than just let it go, I thought, I'll tell her. She was fantastic, still fantastic. Wouldn't be here without her. I know as my younger self, I never thought I'd find someone to accept me as I am, warts and all, so to speak. And out of it all, got a wonderful wife, and I've got two amazing children. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a tough life. And you will live it day to day, but that's okay. Because whoever thought that as a younger self I'd be sitting here talking to you through a camera, so yeah.
For online support and connection for people affected by mental illness, including family, friends and carers, visit saneforums.org.